travelers, and welcome to Let's Go TravelMaui.com. I'm your host, Haole Kai. We've updated the video for 2022, and today we head to South Maui. South Maui has some of the best beaches in all of Maui. Our first beach is Big Beach in Makena. It's a long and endless beach, popular among locals for boogie boarding and bodyboarding because of the rather unique and radical shore break there, so be careful. Our next beach is in Wailea. It's Wailea Beach. It fronts all the high-end resorts and hotels in Wailea. You have the Grand Wailea and the Four Seasons. It's safe, it's easy beach for families with small children. And then our final beach is in Kihei, Keawakapu Beach. It's one of my personal favorites because it has a long, continuous strand. It's great for walking, jogging. It has great swimming, stand-up paddleboarding, and it's a popular mix of locals and... Okay, Maui travelers, here is a map of Maui. I've indicated with the oval circle sort of South Maui. You can see Keawakapu, Wailea Beach, and Big Beach are highlighted in blue with the blue arrows. I've also indicated in white all the other great beaches in South Maui. But you'll bring Highway 31, which is the Pialani Highway, into the heart of Wailea, where it intersects and dead ends with Wailea Alanui Drive. And right there you'll see the shops of Wailea. It's a good point of reference, a great place to shop. Okay, let's head down to Big Beach. So you got the shops of Wailea, you're going to head south on Wailea Alanui, which actually turns into Makena Alanui Road. It's about a 9-minute drive from the shops of Wailea. There are no mile markers, so it's about 4.5 miles, 4 to 4.5 miles down the road till you get down to Makena. You'll see the cinder cone. That's a good visual while you're driving. You'll see the blue signs for Makena Beach. Just keep traveling. Right there you'll see the first turnout. That's entrance 1. That's at mile 4. The second one is entrance 2. That's about 4.5 miles. Now bear in mind, both parking entrance 1 and parking entrance 2 are fully improved parking lots and have plenty of parking. Parking for entrance 3, however, is really just on this side of the road. It's my favorite entrance because it's a much shorter walk and it's a lot less used, but it does have a tendency to fill up quicker. So you can... Now it might be easy to miss entrance 3, but just as you look to the right, half mile past entrance 2. The yellow gates are pretty prominently marked by the County of Maui Parks and Recs. So you can just park on the side of the road, then just do a casual walk out to the beach. It's pretty shaded the whole way out. It's a short walk. Okay, I'm drawing special attention to the 2 warning signs right before you enter the beach. The strong current sign and also the dangerous shore breaks. That's why it's so popular for the locals, because they love the shore break for boogie boarding and bodyboarding. But be mindful, don't turn your back on the beach when you're near the shoreline, because the shore break can be very, very dangerous. And also take care of the park. It's a state park, and right there you'll see all the things that are posted for things you can and can't do. So just be good stewards of the island and our beaches. Like I say, this is a popular beach for bodyboarding and boogie boarding. You can see there the shore break, but it does get kind of crazy different times throughout the year. You can see right there, big breaks. It's popular for locals for fishing, for the boogie boarding, bodyboarding, like I mentioned, and it's an incredibly long beach. Big Beach is. It just goes on and on. Okay, so this is sort of the north end of the beach where you see lifeguard tower there at entrance 1. And then down at the end here where you have sort of the promontory that's sticking out, you can actually hike up and over top of that. You kind of hike over the little saddle back there, and then you can see the next beach on the other side is Little Beach. So that's our nude beach, and if you're adventurous and bold and want to head over there, you can do so. And then off in the distance you can see Molokini. Okay, let's recap Big Beach and why it's so unique and special, and why it's one of the best beaches in South Maui. I think you can tell already by its sheer size and openness and uniqueness. We talked about the parking lots and the access to the 3 locations to the beach. There is a couple food trucks that usually do show up parking lot 1. I'm not a big fan. 2 lifeguard stations spread about equidistant down the beach. A perfect spot for the locals and tourists who love a shore break and love to boogie board and bodyboard. The restrooms are really only porta potties. There is definitely hazards and safety elements to this beach that you need to be very mindful, as you can see in the video there with the shore break and obviously the rip currents. But if you go, bring your beach chair, bring your beach towels, food, drinks, cooler, flip-flops, camera, etc. I'll just say one last thing. Please be respectful and good stewards of the beach. Pack up all your trash and rubbish and take it out. There's plenty of trash cans. The parks make a good point to keep all that available to the tourists to keep our beaches clean. So please do your part. Okay, our next best beach in South Maui is Wailea Beach. Now, if you remember, we're going to use our point of reference, the shops at Wailea, on the map there, and you're going to drive south about 3 minutes. You're going to see the Grand Wailea entrance. You're going to go past that. You're going to curve around. You're going to kind of come back up the hill on Wailea Ala Nui, and you're going to take a right into the public parking access. Remember to look for the yellow gate. There'll also be a sign out there, but it is kind of hard to see, and you can easily drive right past it. Okay, here is the turnoff for the public parking to Wailea Beach. Like I say, it's kind of hard to see. We're actually turning, coming from the south going north. You'll be coming south from the north, and you can see those gates are fairly recessed, and it's kind of hard to see because the landscape's pretty mature and overgrown. But as you drive down the hill, you'll see the Welcome to Wailea Beach sign. So it's kind of secluded. Like I say, it's nestled between the Four Seasons and the Grand Wailea Resort. There's one big parking lot sort of at the base, which has a lot of head-in parking, and then as you go further down, there's more head-in parking spaces along with parallel parking spaces, like 2 or 3 handicap parking spaces. There's the public restroom. You'll get out of your car, a footpath. Obviously, there's trash, recycle. We talk about that, doing your part. There's a public shower. There's the restrooms. The Parks and Recs do a great job to keep this clean and washed every day. And then you just follow the sidewalk path down, and you can see the beach ahead. And then you'll see here there is a footpath that links all of the resorts along the shoreline down here in Wailea, which is kind of nice. It's a great walking, jogging path. I really like that the County of Maui posts these signs for respecting our coral reefs and marine life. So please take a moment and read that, and also take heed on the warning signs as well, because there is no lifeguard on duty here. And now you arrive, shoreline access, shown by the blue sign here. The image here kind of shows the pedestrian footpath in red, and then the white dash line in the arrow shows where we walk from that public parking to the beach access. Okay, Wailea Beach is primarily used by the guests staying at the Four Seasons and the guests staying at the Grand Wailea. So when you are able to find the parking lot, it's usually fairly open, especially if you get there early, because these guests are already, parked and stayed at the resorts. So it allows more access to visitors coming to this beach and using the public parking. Okay, let's summarize Wailea Beach. We talked about the location. It's in the heart of Wailea, the parking, the beach access, the 2 resorts that front the beach. Each of those resorts do have restaurants that you can walk up to and have lunch. At the Grand Wailea Molokini Bistro, great views out to the ocean. And also at the Four Seasons, there's Ferraro's and Spago's. All of those are very expensive, so just be aware of that. The beach itself is excellent for swimming and snorkeling. And I also mentioned the footpath that runs along all the resorts here in South Wailea. It's great for a walk or a jog. And my final tip for Wailea Beach is go snorkel off the Wailea Point, which is as you wade in on the beach right in front of the Four Seasons, swim around the point and do some snorkeling. It's absolutely awesome. Okay, our last best beach in South Maui is Kiava Kapu Beach. It's actually my favorite, and it's located in Kihei. And if you start at the Shops at Wailea and drive north for 3 minutes on Wailea Alanui, come to the stop sign, turn left on Okalani Drive, and that actually turns into Kihei Road. Our first entry will be between the Mauna Kai Resort and the Wyndham Days Inn. There's a big parking lot there. It's not fully improved, but it's a gravel lot, and they've actually done some decent improvements to make it accessible. So once you're parked, get out of the car. You can walk along. And again, reminder, don't leave any valuables in your car. There's a few ADA access parking spots. There's really the only restroom is a porta potty, but they do keep that fairly clean, and it's accessible by the public. And then there's just a little walking path down to the beach. What's really nice about this entrance is that there's a whole area that's dedicated for green open lawn. And it's really nice. So if you don't want sand, you can sit on the grass. So another nice thing about this access is there's a little place called Zach's Market, which is located in the base of the Mauna Kai Resort, and it's perfect. You can walk right up to it, and if you need drinks or snacks or sandwiches or hot dogs and the like, they have all that. It makes it really nice for being down on the beach. But one of my favorite things is having the grassy part of the beach. There is no lifeguard on duty at this beach. It's a really long beach. Okay, a couple things to point out too. There's the Haole Kai. It's a vacation rental. And then finally there's the Days Inn by Wyndham. Of course, last property located right on the beach is the Mauna Kai Resort. It's a mid-rise condotel that's awesome. Stayed here many times. Fairly reasonable per night. And also in the base of the Mauna Kai is the Five Palms restaurant. Great happy hour. And the food is reasonably priced. Okay, our second public access point at Keawekepu Beach is a little pocket parking right at the corner of Kihei Road and Kilohana Ridge. It's got public parking. Of course, it wouldn't be a Maui without chickens and roosters. There's a handicap access ramp to the sidewalk, pedestrian crosswalk, and this is also a difficult public access point if you're not aware of it. So this is why we're doing the video, to kind of show you. But it's right at the corner of Kilohana and Kihei Road. There's the parking lot across the street with the crosswalk. And then right here, there's a big wall. You walk down, there's a footpath beach access between the residential properties. There's public showers, there's trash, recycle. But it's about a half a block walk down the footpath. It's really nicely landscaped. It's a really nice walk down to the beach. It's fully improved, and be sure to also keep an eye out for the postings here that talk about the marine life and the sea creatures, and also the warning signs about no lifeguard on duty and shore break. Sometimes that happens. And about being really safe when you're going to the beaches in South Maui. Okay, our final beach public access point is off of Okalani Drive / Kihei Road. And what you'll do is, as you're driving south on Kihei Road, instead of curving around on Okalani, just veer to the right, and you'll head down this residential road until it ends, and you will see the public access. What's nice about this public access is that not a lot of people know about it, but it is run by the county Parks and Recs, and there's signage, and there's probably a dozen or so public parking spaces. It is usually used by the locals, so the parking does fill up quite fast. And what's really nice about it is that it's a short walk to the beach. And again, there's just a porta potty, there's trash to recycle, and of course public showers to wash yourself off when you come up from the beach. Okay, let's talk about what makes Kealakapu Beach so great. We talked about its location. It's a really long beach. There's 3 access points, public access points, with plenty of parking. There is the downside is there's no restrooms, but there are porta potties. There is great. This is a great beach for stand-up paddleboarding, swimming, boogie boarding, snorkeling right off the point there at the Mauna Kai Resort. Some of the best snorkeling in South Maui. I really prefer to stay at the north end of Kealakapu Beach, next to the Mauna Kai Resort, for 2 reasons. Well, actually 3. You got grassy area, you got great snorkeling, and you got access to the Mauna Kai itself, whether it's the Five Palms Resort for great breakfast or lunch or happy hour, and also Zach's little marketplace for any snacks or drinks or whatever throughout the day. So it's all very close, accessible. There's also a public shower there, and yeah, just bring all your normal things you'd bring to the beach. And this is why, for me, Kealakapu Beach is one of the best beaches in South Maui. Okay, Maui travelers, that's it for today. Be sure to head over to our website, letsgotravelmaui.com, and hit the book activities. On that site, you can book all kinds of activities, excursions, tours, right on our website. And whether you wanted to go up country, do some horseback riding, or some Haleakala hiking, there's tours to butterfly fields, there's trips to Hana, there's snorkeling, scuba diving, paddleboarding, wind sports, sailing, snorkeling, you name it, we got it. You can book it right there. And if you like what you saw today, be sure to like, subscribe, and come back and see us again real soon. And stay tuned. Let's go travelmaui.com. Aloha.